Oh, Hanaki! Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? Well, what do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki from Production Kawaii's Hanamizuki. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's Babu time. I fit in with the atmosphere of the game this way, you see. I'm blending in. I blend in with the chibi art style. I am basically either the underling or the overlord. Depends on your interpretation. Hi! Oh, Hanaki. How you guys doing? Having a good day so far? You are definitely the underling. Hey, now. What about this underling makes that me? Is the joke because I'm always hungry at the end of my streams? Is that why? Is that why? Look at that stance, that's true. I am always stanced up. I'm ready. I'm prepared for anything that's going to come at me. Alright, so I do have a guide for some of these endings. Mostly to get some of these traits, because I think once I have all of the traits available, it will be much easier to get the remaining endings. So that's the goal. So I have a guide just to get the traits that I'm missing, which is for the Maiden, the Underling, and the Overlord. We have all of the heroes, I think. So I hope that's okay, but once I get all the traits, it'll be a lot easier to start getting some of these some of these other endings. So that's the plan. That's the intention. I'll be doing my best. Ba 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 ba. I assume you're close to the actual end. You made good prog. We are about halfway-ish. You can see my completion bar up here is 27 out of 41. So that's how many bad endings we've gotten, and I assume that 41 is the amount of bad endings in total that we have. So, kind of? Sort of. I am trying to understand this. I'm trying to understand this guide right now. The baddest ending? Yeah, I assume it is the most baddest. Okay, it's saying to... okay. We're starting with the hero, I guess. Is it a chart? No. Not on this guide, it's not. Not on this chart, it's not. Hero enters the room. The hero suddenly dashes toward the Overlord's sword drawn. Okay, this is how you get this straight. Protect her. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. So that was how we got how we needed to get the maiden's last trait, which is martyr. It makes me so sad. These two are so... The chemistry is there. Okay. Yay. I mean, that's what we're in for. We're in for mostly pain. These are all meant to be sad endings. Grant everyone the day off. Antisocial. Before you even know how to react, he makes his move and the maiden makes hers. She's used her own body to shield you from the hero's blade. Why? Why has this happened? The maiden falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken something precious from this world. You lose control. And the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go on to destroy them all and become ruler of the entire world. Man. Man. Depressed. Here's hoping we get the good ending game. Good question. I think these developers have never revisited these characters. Unfortunately. Okay, so... Maiden has to be polite. Overlord has to be antisocial. It would be nice if they did. I'd be interested in what a good end theater would look like. Imagine all the options for that. That could be fun. Flee like a coward. Ask if they'll let you in? Okay. Oops, I keep hitting exit. I keep meaning to just go to reset. Maybe as DLC. This game's pretty old. I don't know if it would ever come out as DLC. But maybe. Trusting. Pick maiden. Introduce yourself and obey overlord. Obedient. Time to grab the hero. Resolute. Okay, well I have all of hers, so I guess I don't need to worry about these. Let's focus on getting underlings and overlords then. I got coward. I got possessive. Okay. They designed such cute characters, you have to use them again somehow. The devs do have other games, like other, visual novel type games. From what I saw when I was, like, looking at other stuff that they've made. Some of it's, like, fantasy-oriented. They do design really cute characters. There are some cute games. But it doesn't look like they ever revisited this particular set of characters. Or, like, this concept, I guess. And I do agree that's a bit of a bummer. They're so cute! Oh, Hanaki! I'm Baby. I'm Babu today. Check trusting for hero, obedient for maiden, and antisocial for overlord. Pick underling. Let maiden go. Be disloyal. Did I hit antisocial for the overlord? I don't remember if I did. Oh, there we go. What's the dev's name? One moment. I'll pull it up for you. Hold on. Nom Nom Nami. They were both the dev and the publisher. Indie dev. Definitely check out some of their other work. They have, like, other visual novel type stuff. Alright, back to where I was. I missed the first part, so I'll be going in blind on this one. That's fine. Basically, the gist of this is that we have 4 characters to play: the hero, the maiden, the underling, and the overlord. And it is our job to get as many possible bad endings for all of these characters as possible. We manipulate different traits at the beginning of each run, like at the beginning of each story. And then looking at it from different perspectives causes slightly different endings for everybody. Alright. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It would be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Captor. Toss her in the dungeon. You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived at the front gates. He's asking about a maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think. Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, "Prepare to face justice," and other such cliché hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your overlord. Whoopee! Okay. So now he has the captor trait. Throws the maiden in the dungeon. Okay. Maiden's traits don't matter. Diplomatic for hero. Intense. A lot of these are pretty intense. But that's the point. Okay. Diplomatic for hero, disloyal for underling. Pick overlord. Bum, 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 bum. Grant them the day off. Let the maidens stay. Let them go. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. Are you using a guide or following your intuition? For getting the traits, I am using a guide. I will have the guide, like, to the side for the rest of this in case I need it, but I mostly just wanted to have the different traits to mess with. But I couldn't figure out how to unlock some of these traits, so I needed a guide for it. Please understand. Other than that, though, I'm going to try and use intuition for everything else. Keyword is try. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. I love the palette here. Yeah! It's like... I find it interesting that it's like a lot of their colors are kind of combining. Because like we've kind of got the blue from the underling side, and then we've still got like Overlord's like purplish red. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Merciful. Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Overlord's true end! Gasp. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is Bad End Theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, well, you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Man. Slimy. Break that mask. I'm gonna beat the crap out of a mask. I'm loving this. That was a pretty cool twist. I wasn't expecting that to happen at all. Okay. So we have 11 endings left to get. And we have all the traits now, so this should be a lot easier to work with. If we go to the normal chart. Do you have a favorite ending, or is it still too early to decide? No, I don't. I do not. Okay. So, I think now that I have all of the traits, I go dutiful. Heroic. Martyr. I think. Assuming that I can do this right. Oops. Okay, so dutiful and heroic, and then she needs to be martyr. And then we pick hero. Dutiful. Dutiful again. Heroic. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil overlord. But your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Man. Man! Yippee! I mean, sad. Everything you've done has only hurt them more. Don't pin this on me! Don't pin this on me! You're the one that told me that I don't have a choice! Ugh. Shut up, you stupid mask. Okay. Let's kind of just try to go in order and do, like, one from each going down. So, I guess the next one for her... Antisocial, obedient, trusting, disloyal. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, disloyal. This kind of has a Higurashi or Madoka feel to it. It's hard to describe. I kind of get what you mean. The idea that it's like an endless cycle of tragedy that's hard to break. I kind of get that vibe too. I didn't really say what to pick here, so I guess I'll just pick that. Obedient. Leave on your own, maybe? You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stands just outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them. The underling you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. Boy, howdy, don't like these. I mean, it's fun to see all the different combinations, but it's also just like, ouch. I really like characters that have no reason behind why they're evil, they just are. No morals or goals, just pure, unadulterated bad guy. Are you talking about the mask? Because I don't think any of these characters are bad. I just think that they are all complex characters who are often, like, driven to do things that are, like, desperate and things that would be interpreted as evil. I guess besides the Maiden's kind of the only one who doesn't really, like, enact violence. The other three all, like, enact some form of violence in one way, shape, or form, but the Maiden is, like, the one character who just doesn't. Maiden is pure evil? No! Don't say that about my daughter. Don't say that to my child. She's not evil. Okay. So we just have one ending left to get for Underling, which I guess is Underling's true end. Disloyal, antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, merciful. I have to write these down. There's a lot of traits for these. There's a lot of malice behind those eyes. How could you say that? You guys are just saying this because you know I like her. They're just like, oh, Yuno likes that one? Let's imply that she's evil and full of crimes, so we can make her cry about it. As I'm just like, Alright, I still have that note from before where I was writing down all the traits I thought I needed, so... Let's do this one more time. Get the day off. So, disloyal for the underling. Disloyal. The maiden is the overlord? Well, she could be. She could be the overlord's wife. She could be if they were allowed to be happy. If they were allowed to be happy, she could be technically another overlord. If she could marry the overlord, the current one. Marry into it, you know? She probably steals flowers from the neighbor garden to give to little kids. Oh no, not stealing flowers. Whatever will we do? Overlord is antisocial. Maiden is obedient. Hero is trusting. Maiden is resolute. Overlord is merciful. I love these messages going across the bottom. Yeah, they are here to guilt you. They're just like, you realize that you're making these characters miserable, right? That you're not helping them in any way. And I'm just like, I know! Shut up, mask! Quit yelling. Disloyal. Okay. Blame the game, not the gamers. Exactly. It is the game's fault. I am blameless. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You'll all burn together. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair? Or... A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. A letter? Huh? You found lost letter number 3. Huh? Oh, that's what these are. Is it an invite to Smash? My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Huh. Wow, you're working fast. I mean, I skip a lot of the text that we've already read just to get to the new endings. So, I wouldn't say I'm particularly working fast. I'm working efficiently. I am being efficient. Alright, let me clear all these. We'll do another Overlord ending. Okay. We'll get to this one. So that means we need a Tyrant. Hungry. Disloyal. And then the hero is trusting. If I can get this to work. Assuming. Making assumptions. Who's a little efficient, Oni? Are you saying this to me because I'm in baby form? Are you only talking to me like this because I'm a baby? I'm efficient. I'm fishing. Goo goo gaga. You may not like it, but this is what true efficiency looks like. Shows baby Yuno. Apu! This baby can fit so much efficiency in it. Smacks her forehead. Okay, nothing for the maiden. Hungry and disloyal. And then Tyrant. This should get us the other ending here. Tyrant? It didn't. Okay. I think I have to do the other ending. The other ending before I can get that one. Okay. So this one. Antisocial? Bum bum bum. So Overlord should be antisocial. Maiden is obedient. Lets the maiden and hero go. Underling disloyal. I don't know if I need trusting and resolute here because we already got this ending. So we'll just go with these traits, I guess. Obedient, disloyal, antisocial. She can finish 17 reports in 1 hour. It's called fishin'. Fishin'-y. I'm fishin'. Please do not backseat me. Also, I'm not really keeping track of all of the endings. I did get a lot in part 1, so I don't remember which ones I have and haven't unlocked. I'm just kind of trying to go based on, like, the blank question mark endings. Day off. Antisocial. You remember now. You gave this one a day off, and this is how it repays you? You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. I really do like the idea of a game like this. I hope there's a sequel one day. That's fair. Understandable. It is quite fun. Is the Overlord a guy or a girl? Because they are super hot either way. The Overlord is a girl, as far as I can tell. Boy, girl, they, them, / it, because this is an underling, and she. They are women in love. Alright, hero ending. Underling is underling, yes. I feel sorry every time Overlord Sama dies. I get what you mean. The Overlord kind of seems like she gets the most gypped. She loses out a lot in a lot of these endings. She takes lots of L's. Poor thing. Let's aim for this ending. So, okay, we start with hero. Make Overlord antisocial. Hero flees. Naden is obedient. Hero is trusting. Underling is disloyal and captor. Okay. Begins story, flees from the demons. So I have to remember to flee. Okay. Trusting. Obedient. Disloyal. Captor. Antisocial. Believe her story. When you reach the gates, you ask the demons if they've seen the maiden. They have. They inform you she's being held in the dungeon at the moment. She trusts them, and in return, they lock her up? So demons are truly evil beings after all. You demand they take you to her, but they do not let you pass. You should have expected as much from these unreasonable creatures. You know what you must do. You thrust your blade through the demon before you and rush the castle alone. You're the only one who can save the maiden now. What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Why are you guys saying let's go because I said the F word? You're so silly. Let's go! Yuno swore! Yippee! Baby's first curse. You really rocked the F word? Well, thank you. It's because I am an actress. I am an actor, you know? It's more powerful when it's in Babu form. I guess that's fair. Babu is annoyed. Babu mad. Okay. Do another one for the maiden. We could get this one. Probably. So that requires antisocial, overlord. Obedient. Hero needs to be trusting. I think of that meme of swearing, but some random member of Hanamizuki covers your ears and drags you out of the room. I mean, it would probably have to be Ranchan, I think. Ranchan would have to be the one to cover my ears and drag me away from Kaya, who's too busy laughing over the fact that she taught the baby how to swear. Overlord's alone. Underling behavior disloyal. And captor. Trusting. Obedient. Disloyal. Captor. Antisocial. Maiden. I'm glad you guys agree, because that is, in fact, correct. Obedient. Leave on your own? Okay. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. I think about Kaya and Yuno sitting in a VC and Kaya curses, then Yuno says, "Watch your effing language." Also true. That is very much me. Ron is just off to the side like, You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Dang. That's a very sad one. I mean, yes, a lot of these are very sad, but like... particularly sad. Come on, Overlord. There has to be a way to get one of these freaking endings. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, disloyal. Maybe if I go down to this one. Tyrant. We'll try this one, yeah. Maybe this will let me get the other freaking ending going crazy. That's rough, buddy. My poor daughter. How could they do this to her? You know, one of the things they mentioned in the ending where the maiden is, like, burned at the stake and stuff is that her family does try to protest and be like, what are you doing? Why would you do that to her? That would be me. I am the distressed parent that's like, why are you trying to burn my daughter? Me at every turn, I'm just like, why are you hurting her? Stop. Please. That is my daughter. Okay. Underling is hungry. Overlord is a tyrant. You'd be front in line with a pitchfork? To my daughter getting burned? No, I would be front in line with the pitchfork against the rest of the village. I'd be like, get away from her. She's not a witch! Overlord awakens. Disloyal. Trusting. Okay. Trusting, hungry and disloyal, tyrant. What the heck? What am I missing? Let me look at that in more detail. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go insane. Sorry. Just got a very annoying message. Definition of annoying. Okay. Let me do this first at least. Okay. Begin story. Get back to work. Underling's hungry. Overlord awakens. Disloyal. Trusting. How does the hero come into this then? Because, like, if I do it just like this, it just goes immediately to this. I guess I can try getting this one. He spawns in. I don't understand, though. I can't figure out, like, how to get that prompt. Because I set up the traits the way that I think that I'm supposed to, and I'm, like, following the chain of events. I just don't... It feels like this ending trumps this one, somehow. Like, I guess I'm missing something here. But I'll just go up and try this one. Okay. Let them have the day off. Antisocial. Maiden is obedient. Let's Maiden and Hero go. Hero is trusting. Maiden is resolute. Underling is disloyal. I'll try this. If this doesn't work either, I will have to probably focus on just getting these two's endings. Antisocial. Grant them a day off. Antisocial. Okay. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. Oh wait, why is this not skipping? This is stuff I've seen. Right, okay, so since I didn't choose Merciful, I should probably choose Take Retribution here for the branch. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Okay, that's how you get that one. Now do that for her other ending. Goes a little insane. Okay. R.I.P. steak? What do you mean steak? Okay, flee from the demons. Diplomatic. Disloyal. Diplomatic. Underling is disloyal. I guess I'll try to get it this way first. Because then the only thing that's left is the true ending. Which we would probably get through this path too. Over here is the plot. Okay. We will try it like this. Okay. Diplomatic. Disloyal. Antisocial. We flee. Diplomatic. Ask what's going on. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. I would eat tea and cookies with them if I could. Nah, forget all those shadowy ones. The underling is fine, but forget all those shadowy ones. They've been nothing but jerks in, like, all of these routes. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest, and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. That's why you should always have windows in your room. That's fair. Okay, so we can do the same ending for the hero and then get the true end because we make her merciful. So, burp. Flee like a coward. Dutiful. Oh, wait, no, it's diplomatic. Whoops. I almost messed that up. Ask what's going on. Okay. How's the bed ending going? We're doing pretty good. We've almost gotten all of them. We found out that there is a secret mechanic where after getting all of their endings, we receive a lost letter. So, I'm guessing once we have all 4 letters, it will allow us to maybe plead to the all-powerful mask, and maybe we can fix things. Maybe. We will see. I'm being very, as the people in chat have said, I've been very efficient. Mm-hmm. Yup. This baby is very efficient. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 1. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable. Cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write. And I'll keep writing. Until the day you find me once more. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Interesting. So are they implying that all of these stories were written to, like, appeal to this lost love? But then who would be the lost love of Tragedy? The true endings give me goosebumps for some reason. They're very, like... I don't know how to explain this feeling, but there's just something very, like, morose about them. Would you try to befriend the Demon Lord? I would try to hold her hand. I am the maiden in this situation. I would just hold her hand. That's what I would do. Me personally. Okay. Maybe if I get all the endings for Maiden, it'll let me get the last one for Overlord. You guys need to stop freaking out over hand-holding. It's not that deep. Okay, antisocial. Stay a while. Dutiful. Heroic. And then that should be another ending. So we make the hero dutiful, heroic, Underling's traits don't seem to matter here. Neither do maidens. The Overlord just has to be antisocial. Okay. If tragedy is the mask, then maybe she's trying to lure the happy mask by causing misery to her characters. I suppose so, maybe. I mean, the Overlord's not wearing any gloves, and neither do I. I feel like that should answer the question. Interlocked fingers? Obviously. How else do you hold hands? Silly questions. Neutral. Refuse to leave. I guess it's probably do nothing here because I chose to get the martyr trait before, which sucks. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. His enemies? He's here because of you, dear maiden. Well, she didn't see them as enemies, though. So of course she's going to be like his enemies because he was the one that was fighting them. She never tried to fight them in the slightest. They're not her enemies either. How can we be sure he's really the hero, though? What if he's somehow secretly the bad guy? You're missing the point of the game if you think that. He is a hero. It's just that, like, you have to question what being a hero really means. That's what makes it so interesting. Okay. Maiden's true end. Antisocial. Obedient. Obedient. Hero is trusting. Resolute. Underling disloyal. And then Overlord is merciful. Next time, tell someone you're going out instead of leaving a note. I suppose, but like... You must really be enjoying my tragedies. Shut up, Mask. Not right now. Do not gloat at me. Okay. Trusting. Obedient, resolute, disloyal, antisocial, merciful. Neutral. Obedient. Resolute. Okay. I feel like the villagers would have burned her for telling them she's gonna see the Overlord. They do. In some of her bad endings, she does get burned at the stake. Mm-mm. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. Lost letter too. Oh. Well, I only have one bad ending left to collect. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, lost letter 2. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud. If you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay, now I have to be able to get this last freaking ending for the Overlord. It needs to let me do this. Why are you here? Cretcher. Okay. Tyrant. One ending remains. Would it be good or bad? What do you think? I'll fight this mask, I'm telling you. Okay. Begging and pleading for the video game to let me get this ending. Tyrant. And the underling is hungry. Overlord awakens. Disloyal. Hero is trusting. Disloyal but coward? It doesn't mention anything about needing the coward trait here. Trusting, hungry, disloyal. Tyrant. Why? I mean, I guess I could try. I could try making him a coward. Begging and pleading with the video game. Nope, that didn't work either. The hero has to do something here. Maybe instead of going down the hungry path, I try it this way? Which one is your favorite bad ending? I think I would prefer the true ends at this point, because they're the least sad. Like, it's still sad that they all perish in the fire, but at least none of them, like, hurt each other. They all kind of come to some sort of understanding of one another. Especially when the Overlord shows mercy. Well, my thought here is, like, maybe if I go this direction with, like, Tyrant... Or, like, maybe instead of Tyrant, I choose the passive one, and then Antisocial? But still, like, Obedient, Overlord Awakens, Disloyal. Maybe? Which one is your favorite good ending? There are no good endings. The point of this game is that it's bad end theater. There are no good endings. That's the problem. You wake up to the sounds of battle. A hero is cutting through your army. As the Overlord, it's your job to take charge in these kinds of situations. Figures this was the way to do it, by the way. You rush out to end this hero's pitiful existence. Vile demons! I shouldn't have believed for a second that you were anything but pure evil. I'll exterminate you all. You don't really get what he's going on about, but you engage regardless. A girl's gotta defend her people. You clash again and again, but the hero isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health, waiting for the other to make a move, when one of your underlings appears behind him. They knock the hero unconscious. You kind of appreciate it, but can't they see this was a duel? They don't respond. You sense murderous intent. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. Lost letter number 4. We got them! It's silly how much their power level shifts between endings. Yeah, they're either super OP or they get knocked down by just, like, looking at them funny. Okay. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications. And yet, you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony. However unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day, even now. I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Congratulations, you've explored every path I had to offer. Thanks for playing! That seems sus. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of sick. Ooh, oh. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. You didn't know you could do that. But what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you. But why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you, too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Now, this is what I call hacks. Hey, we should be allowed a little bit of hacks as a treat. Hi. You smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered. You must be... her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now. Enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto this stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness, with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though, I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of all these bad endings! Then frankly, you should never have come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God! Oh my gosh, wait, this is so sick! The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Get the flintlock! Where's Nietzsche when we need him? You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales. Oh, it's in all their colors, too! I'm gonna scream! Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. No, I'm a completionist. I'm efficient, baby. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here, to the end of the world. That's right. You came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Sorry, this is sick. Sorry, this is just really epic and sick, I think. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain it in a way the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He is overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us. Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Oh my gosh! Come on, this is Undertale. Who cares? I still think it's cool. Willpower. Your reign of terror ends here, Tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome Tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. The hero tries using his belief in justice to fight Tragedy. That justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? Oh, so he can't use justice yet. We gotta summon somebody else. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then, perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one today. She's so cute! Look at her smile! I would do anything for her. The world for her, honestly. You think of all the terrible fates that Hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of this story, after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so... You ask what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please, guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. The maiden tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. So naive. I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. Hope. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay, kindness still doesn't work yet. I guess they're all going to have a move that doesn't work until I summon everybody else. Time to get a gremlin. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder. Although, you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underlings suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So, there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. Let's go. Little creature. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle. The underling, You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. Huh. If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Mischief. The underling tries to evade tragedy through mischievous means. You're so much fun. Would you like a reminder of where that mischief will lead you? Tenacity. Knock me down, and I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Alright. Last but not least. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. Hi, welcome in, Hanaki. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're in the end game of this, so hope you're ready for a wild ride, I suppose. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well. I will follow you. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well. Now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Okay. That's a good point. I don't have a lot of HP left. Ambition. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim toward your best possible futures. You all unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. Gasp. You've done it! You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. He's just like, what? Huh? Who? What? Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. Thank you, overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry. I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. Oh my gosh, you could just say no. What do we think? Are we satisfied or do we want to go no? This sucked. That's funny. You can't save here, so... I mean, I guess I would just skip if I wanted to do this again. It's not over yet? Okay, I guess we're picking no. I guess we're picking no. Fine by me. Well, I did my best. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. Aww, we get to see them in their true ends. Look at him, he's making cosplays. I mean, he's just sewing cool costumes. Look at them, they're snuggling up in the tower. Cute. Oh. Oh. Your true end. Something's missing. Oh, you're still here. The curtain has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell, after all. There is one more. Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? Because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart into your hands, revealing. I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't help but compare my face to the maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear, not another ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. Ugh, no, my heart, dude. I'm already emo, and we haven't even started it yet. Give me 1 second. I have to do something really quick. I was putting something off, but can't really put it off much longer, so... Yeah, just, Yuno cry for a couple seconds. I'll take it seriously in a sec, I promise, I promise. Okay. Okay. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such thing as demons, or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out, to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone. Another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the types of stories where love conquers all. Where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship, and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. And then I started this theater. But this story... Huh? I was hoping to find you. It's you! It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Now, truly, everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. Ugh! My heart! Oh, and it's closed! Ugh! Oh, my heart! Ugh! No, that was so cute.
Bruh.
Thank you for the bruh in this troubling time. Ah! Thank you. Reiner with the $150 dono. Thank you. We're clearing the dono goal today. What a fitting end for a childhood friend after the childhood roleplay project you released, huh? Don't say that to me. I was low-key kind of thinking about that. In my head, I was like, huh, interesting. Huh, interesting. Really close friends, huh? Really close friends, huh? I'm fine. I wonder what I would have had to do to get, like... I guess I could have gotten a bad ending for Tragedy too, huh? She's not fine. I'm coping, I guess, is the best way to look at it. Well, now that I finished it, I'm, like, scrolling through this guide. Because I had it open, but I wasn't looking at it after I got all the traits. I want to check... I want to see... Okay, so you can get a bad ending. If you keep choosing the bad traits. Or, like, if you choose the wrong ones, I guess. Like, if you lose all of your HP, you get a bad ending. And then, we got the true ending, and then we got Tragedy's ending. What happens if you say I'm satisfied? I'm checking to see, I'm not sure. I guess we would have to find out. There's nothing more to see, my love, but if you'd like to reset... If you really want to experience everything all over again, I'm happy to oblige. Shall we begin the resetting process? Let's reset. There are two options. Keep some of your progress and reset to before you started the true ending. Or you can erase all of your progress and replay the game as if it's your very first time. You'll have to collect everything all over again. You can't take this back, so choose carefully. We'll go to before the true end. Enjoy my endings all over again. I thought it was gonna be blank. It's nice that it lets you choose. Yeah, so I already have all of the endings collected, which means that I can go right to the mask ending. So you guys want me to choose I'm satisfied first, and then do the... get, like, our true... get our bad end, I should say? Okay. We'll choose I'm satisfied first, I suppose. Hi, guys. I feel bad saying no now. You shouldn't. That was what we needed to do in order to get the true ending. Time to fight God. Bad end first? That's fair. Okay. Attack. Try that again. Defend. Skip. 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 So we need to choose Justice here. Summon again. Change the order of the summoning? No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. You just have to, choose, like, the wrong traits. I checked. I'm following the guide. I have it up to make sure that I get the bad end. This is still so funny. Good line, honestly. Mischief. Summon. And then we need to choose Brutality for Overlord. The Overlord tries to fight tragedy with sheer brutality. Oh, has violence really been working out for you so far? I'll show you my own brutality. Alright, and then we need to choose a bad trait, I guess, like, 1 or 2 more times to get to 0. Kindness, get hit. There we go. Your HP has run out. You are overcome by tragedy. If you wish to challenge me again, collect more bad endings. You'll be able to reach this path again through the Maiden's true end. I'll be waiting. Oh. Okay. So that's what happens if you get the bad ending. We'll have to finish the fight in order to do the choosing I'm satisfied one. So, back in we go. So you're back? Are you ready to challenge me once more? We'll find my true ending. That was a lame bad ending, though I guess that was intentional. Basically, it was to encourage you to, like, find the truth, basically. The HP is the number of endings you have. Yeah, I noticed that while I was playing. It's such a nice touch. I really like it. Okay. So now we gotta do the fight the right way. Willpower. Summon. Hope. Summon. And then it was tenacity for the underling. And then summon the overlord. Ambition. Perfect clear! Woohoo! Basically no damage besides like the one time. Okay. And we wanted to choose I'm satisfied, right? So, here we go. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come so easily. Reality is not so kind. So I guess you just get a thank you. That's the only difference. Then I guess you could just exit. It's still open in this version. If you choose something's missing, that's what lets it stay closed. Okay. That's it then. So basically we were jerks before? Yeah, basically. That's because all of you were like, no. No, I wasn't satisfied. I hated it. Man, this game is so cute. Ugh. My heart, dude. I'm still thinking about it. I wonder what happened to make them lose each other. The letters never really said anything. Like, it never explained why they lost one another, or, like, why she had to, make the theater in the first place. It's so cool that they threw in the twist that we were actually the lost lover, though. I really liked that. That explains why the, I thought it was weird that one of the lines was like, you feel like this form doesn't suit you, but you don't really have time to question it. I was like, really? Huh. Because if it was really meant to be just a representation of the player, we wouldn't have cared, because, like, the player could look like anything in any one. But I guess because they felt like they had a form that suited them better, that should have been our clue that we were playing as an actual character. Ugh, that's so cool. Also, considering I just had my other talk about fanfiction yesterday, the fact that Tragedy was like, really? A self-insert? There's just something about that was really funny and really well timed. I really like that. Society tore them apart? I suppose so. I just wish we had a bit more, like, specific information. Like, did they break up? Or did they just decide that they shouldn't be together? But then still ended up seeking each other out. That's the part I don't get. I guess I don't have to have the answer in order to enjoy the story. Because I did still really enjoy it. But, yeah. As she was self-inserting, yeah, it was very much the, like, pot meets kettle situation. Spider-Man meme of them pointing at each other. Tragedy was making author's notes throughout the whole game. You're so right. All those comments on the screen with all the endings, they were just like, do you like my story? Do you like it? Leave a review. It really be like that. Thought she made the theater to find her. She made the theater because she still loves bad endings. But she thought that, like, maybe that there would be some way that the person that she was looking for would end up finding it too. But it was only a maybe. It was never, like, a sure thing for her. She just kind of thought it would be nice. But she felt that reality wouldn't actually be that nice to her. So, like, yes, but also no. But also yes. You know what I mean? Ugh, this is so good. I am glad that I played this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Another game in the completion books. Oh my gosh, I have hiccups. Why? Anyways. So, tomorrow we are going to be playing Sticky Business. We're going to be doing it in the morning for a change. Early morning Sticky Business. And then I will be disappearing after that because I take the rest of the day on Wednesdays now to just kind of chill. Not really think about too much. Be head empty. So, that is what I will be doing tomorrow. I hope you will look forward to hanging out with me in the morning for some stickers. If you feel like making some stickers. I'm gonna have to think of another game to fill this slot too. Great. I have 2 games I'm gonna have to think of. Or like, other types of streams I can do. I will be thinking. A reprieve before the storm. So true. I need to have the Wednesday chill. How early are we talking? My morning slot is pretty much always 6 a.m. EST. You could do the work to convert that in your time zone. But it's 6 a.m. Eastern. Time to find new baby games. So true. I'm gonna have to look for more. But this was fun. I'm glad that we could finish it. I really like Bad End Theater. I am going to remember this game for a long time. You're hoping you sleep through Thursday? I'm gonna pretend Thursday isn't happening. I think even during that stream in question, I'm going to be acting like it's not Thursday. Me hard coping and pretending that Resident Evil is actually just Tales. Haha, Lloyd, you're so funny. Why are you so edgy now? You're so silly. Or something. Demon Souls is a baby game? No. No. Anyways, thank you very much for experiencing this game with me. It was a fun time. Definitely check out the game for yourself and check out Nom Nom Nami. I'm interested in looking into what their other games are like, because this was a really fun experience. If they have more games like this, that would be really fun. I will have to look into it. But yeah, thank you for experiencing this game with me. I hope you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Yunotsu!